When Toonami returned, it was a tremendously wonderful moment for everyone involved. I mean, fans were excited, advertisers were psyched, even Cartoon Network was getting a small chubby at the announcement that Toonami was coming back and the fans were happy. But then Toonami gave us one of the strangest anime series that I have ever seen in my entire life. And it came out on New Year's Day. No, I'm not talking about that one. I'm not talking about Dead Man Wonderland or Cashman Sins either. No, I'm talking about Space Dandy. Yes, I have an issue with this series, and I have an issue with it that just will not go away. So sit back, relax, and allow me to tell you why this season and this series pissed me off. Today on the Anime G.B.U. Okay, so let's face it. Space Dandy is not one of my favorite anime series. From the same creators that brought us Cowboy Bebop, at least that's what was claimed, this feels like a massive step backwards. This is what happens when you let Cowboy Bebop get dry screwed and humped by Bo. And honestly, it wasn't a good combination. Now, I have only actually watched season 1 of this because I couldn't even stomach the fact that they allowed a second season to be made. So I'm only going to be reviewing season 1 of this. If you really want to be brave enough to test this series out for yourself, be my guest. It's loved by fans, but I can't figure for the life of me why. So what's the entire plot of this piece of shit? Well, it basically revolves around Dandy, a alien bounty hunter. What does he do? He goes around looking for aliens that have yet to be discovered, takes them into an office, and collects money. The only problem is, he sucks at it. No, seriously, he sucks at it. He brings in very little to no aliens, and the ones that he does bring in are worthless, pathetic, and not worth shit. But all the while, there are two empires going at it in the background. I think one's like the Gogol Empire and something else. And they're going batshit crazy on each other, blowing the crap out of ships, having an escalating space opera-like war that I would rather be enjoying than this piece of crap. But no, we get to follow Dandy, his robot companion, and a cat creature that they pick up along the way as they have adventures throughout the whole of space. I hate this show. I can't stress that enough. I hate this show. Episode 1 was the most annoying thing I've ever seen. The series starts off with Dandy basically... let me rephrase that. The series starts off with them explaining the better part of the series that I would rather see. The battle and war between the two warring empires. What do we get introduced to? Dandy, his spaceship, his robot, and this cat creature that they pick up. And they go to a planet to get an alien. But the planet, screwed up teleportation that, you know what, it makes no sense. Let me just put it to you basically this way. They try teleporting down to the planet. Here's the only problem. The teleporter takes 35 minutes to send them there. Oh, and the kicker is, when it sends them there, it's not an exact duplication of where they're supposed to go. So they're usually in the air. What ends up happening? They can't even catch the damn creature, and they blow the planet up, killing themselves in the process. On to episode 2! Yes, how exactly do you bounce back from murdering everybody in episode 1? You just have to be fine in episode 2. So no continuity besides the warring empires in this series? Great, just what I wanted to hear. Episode 2 through the remainder of the season just suck ass more and more. This honestly is one of those few series that there's really nothing much to love, yet you want to watch it hoping that there is. The final episode deals with his robot companion, who basically falls in love with another robot, and through some miracle of science, I'm going to say the power of love between machines, grows to a ginormous size to take on another creature. And thus the series came to an end. Until season 2 was announced and I shook my head. I did catch the final episode of the series, where apparently they push a reset button, Dandy becomes like a god, and I couldn't give two shits anymore. Look, this is going to be a short anime G.B.U. I can't stress that one enough, because the series sucks. I don't really know where else to go with this. The plot's your basic, standard adventure of the week style of thing, where it's basically, what are we doing this time? Think Phineas and Ferb, but on crack. What are we going to do today? I have no freaking clue. There's an entire episode dedicated to them fishing, where the robot, whose name escapes me off the top of my head, and for damn good reason, I think of her like an R2-D2 knockoff, where she basically becomes obsessed with fishing. Yeah, obsessed with fishing. If I want to watch Bass Pro Shop's Fishing Adventure, I'll go find ESPN or the Outdoor Channel, and I'll watch Bass Pro Shop's Outdoor Fishing Adventure. I don't want to see this. There's another one where they basically find an alien that erases their memories the minute they look at it, so they have no record of looking at it, and they take it back to the office. The lady's refusing to look at it because, oh yeah, here's the thing for you, if we open up the box, it's going to escape and it's going to wipe all of our memories. Then we won't have it. But it has to come out of the box for you to get the money. Bastards. Dandy sucks at his job, and the one main point in this thing that still pisses me off the most is where they hang out a lot, called boobies. So let's just escape from the plot here and dive into the good, the bad, and the ugly, shall we? So what's good about this series? Well, not much, if anything. I like the art style in this. It is quite vibrant and colorful. Especially the vastness of space. There are some really nicely done quasars, some really wonderful looking galaxies, and honestly, I like the design of some of the ships. However, some of the things annoy the living crap out of me. Like this whole series, for example. So let's dive into the bad and the ugly, shall we? And let's start with the bad. Lazy writing, for starters. Each episode begins and ends pretty much the same way. They're broke, try to find a way to get money, and they still wind up broke. There's an entire episode where they get turned into zombies. Okay? And in order to collect the insurance money, they keep calling the insurance company, claiming that they're dead, even though they're now the undead. The insurance companies, since everybody in the universe gets turned into a zombie, is basically forced to pay out everybody. They just start hiring a hit person to start whacking everybody. So it went from, we're going to pay you out, to mafia-style hit, to, here's your money, sorry we screwed up, all in the span of an episode. And it got reset for the next episode anyway. No continuity between episodes, and barely any if there is, besides the Gogol Empire and whatever the other one is fighting the crap out of each other. I'm assuming, if I remember right, it is the Gogol Empire. I might even be wrong in the name. But it's two empires fighting each other. It's the only continuity we have between episodes. More of the annoying things in this for the bad section are the fact that the characters have no redeeming qualities to them. Space Dandy's this, I want to say, stupider version of Spike Spiegel. And I mean, if you take Spike Spiegel, strip him of all dignity, throw him into Bobo's overgrown afro, and then have him be spit out as a different person. That's Space Dandy. The ship has its uniqueness to it, but it also has some stupidity to it. The cat creature annoys the crap out of me. Especially an entire episode. I don't remember if it was in Season 1 or one of the couple episodes I saw in Season 2 that I really didn't care to watch, but I watched it because something else was coming up and I zoned through it, so I didn't really pay attention. When he goes back to his home, only to find out that, yeah, life isn't exactly what he thought it was going to be anymore. I wonder why. The series sucks. And that's just the bad. Let's get into the ugly. The obvious product placement. Ever hear of a place called Hooters? very popular food restaurant, featured in the movie Blended and many other things. Yep, Space Dandy has their own version of Hooters. It's called Boobies. And guess what? Dandy's a freaking lifetime member there, isn't he? Yep, they mostly go there and hang out where they get food, get wings, and he hits on the waitresses. In fact, one of them actually makes it to the final episode. How in the hell that even happened, I don't know. But apparently, Dandy got kidnapped. Really? You have two warring empires, one of which wants him for some God knows why reason, and he gets kidnapped. And they all come to save him because they care about him. No continuity between episodes, again, is another major point that pisses me off. It's both annoying and ugly at the same time. I would enjoy a bit of continuity, or better yet, how about some backstory? There was a character that was introduced in one of the early episodes that I don't remember ever seeing make a repeat appearance at any point again. Another bounty hunter. Then there's the entire, how did the whole bounty hunting thing start? We couldn't have gotten some explanation into that for it to make some fucking sense? Minus some small quips here and there where you know that they take alien creatures, they go there, and boom, they get money for discovering them. Is there a class system for it? Is there a rarity of it? They have to have a database of these creatures, otherwise they wouldn't know who to fucking pay! This is one of the most annoying series to ever come out of the world of anime, and I don't know how in the hell it is loved by fans. There are people that have basically religious cults built around this in the anime world. I can't figure out why. Full Metal Alchemist, I can figure it out. Death Note, I can figure it out. Dragon Ball Z, I can figure it out. Space Dandy, I have no fucking clue. And that's just the annoying parts that piss me off in the ugly section. There is so much wrong with this series, it isn't funny. My final verdict for this, avoid it like the goddamn plague. This isn't worth your time or effort to even look clips up for. There is nothing good about this other than small details and character designs and artwork and animation and art styles. That's it. Plot sucks. No continuity. So much wrong. I give this, if I had to put this thing on a grading scale, it would get 0.001 star. 1. 0.0001. That's what I would give this piece of shit. And this was what kicked off Toonami's 11:30 p.m. start time when it originally debuted. One of the first ever simul-dubbed and simulcast anime series to ever hit. In fact, the U.S. got the air date before Japan did. And it sucked! This is a black mark on anime's spotless record. If you love anime and you come across this, believe me, you're gonna be in a lot of pain when it's done. Anyway, I'm Andrew Rhodes. This has been a very upsetting anime G.B.U. Thank you so much for being here, and until next time, bye everybody.